Hi all, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is quite a serious video about Covid19, aka the coronavirus, as it is destroying the whole world in my opinion. It's making its way through the whole world, killing innocent people without underlying health conditions, and we need to develop a vaccine ASAP. All I hear is it could take up to 18 months to develop a vaccine. That's on the good side, actually, by the end of the year, according to Sky, we could develop a vaccine. But the scientists can't even prove this, and there is no known way of combating this virus at this present moment in time. And people without underlying health conditions, such as a 6-year-old boy who sadly passed away the other day, he didn't have breathing problems or respiratory failure on the cards. He was an innocent young boy, and he died of Covid-19 with no underlying health conditions whatsoever. There was a 1-year-old girl who died of it as well the other day, I seem to remember. She had no underlying health conditions and she still passed away. Makes me worry for my own life and people's lives in the house I share with them. So if I guess that I could infect a 64-year-old woman who has COPD, and if I did this, I would never come to terms with it. I'll never be able to live with myself if she died. So what I'm doing is staying in isolation for 12 weeks at least. I'm not going out anywhere unless it's for exercise. Because I do like walking in the woods, walking up towards on Bobbin Moor, but I try and go to places where there are no other people. The only people I walk with are those who are in this house, and my support workers who do go home at night, but they don't have a social life at the moment. They just go home, have a shower, and then come back to work, and eat, of course, at home. And that's about it. They don't have a social life to speak of, and it's actually very tough on them. It's like being in a care home, really, this supported living malarkey. I'm getting used to it now. Where I was living before, I wasn't really used to it. I could do anything I want, but this is quite a strict environment. So I can't even smoke weed here, or even do CBD weed, because it is still classed as a drug here, even though it's not a drug. CBD is a part of the hemp plant, and it's refined to be CBD. This is about the coronavirus. I don't think cannabis can sort out the coronavirus. Do you people? No. And I think when we get a vaccine, we'll be allowed back out again. Perhaps we'll be allowed back out down in Cornwall before the rest of you guys are allowed back out, because Cornwall is a long way from London. It's a long way from, say, Newcastle upon Tyne, in wherever that is up north. Really long way away from here, about 450 miles away from where I am in Cornwall here, Newcastle. I've been there to the metro centre in Newcastle before, and I had a great time with my family. Really enjoyed my times in Geordieland. It was a brilliant adventure. A bit rough in places, but you get that in any big city, don't you? Rough areas, Gateshead, rough areas of Gateshead, rough areas of Newcastle upon Tyne itself. Gateshead is part of Newcastle, I think. It's a town in its own right, I think. It's a town in its own right. Anyway, I hope none of you get Covid-19, because there is no known vaccine for it, and you can actually have the virus and be a carrier, as they're known, and you can give this virus to other people without even having symptoms yourself. So God knows how they're going to make an antidote for this awful virus. How they're going to make it up if you can have it without having any symptoms. Sounds like an impossibility to me, I'm afraid. I don't see how they can possibly make a vaccine for it. But they're confident they can. I was just watching an interview on Sky News. The bloke there said we should have a vaccine before the end of the year. But I don't think we will, personally. I don't think there's scientists out there that can develop a vaccine in 6 months, 7 months. It's April now, so about 7 months till the end of the year. So I don't think we'll have a vaccine maybe this time next year we will have, but not by the end of this year. But we might start phasing people back out into society, maybe one county at a time, in my opinion. Or the south of Cornwall should be allowed out, and then the north of Cornwall should be allowed out afterwards. But then it comes to Plymouth, because that's quite a city. and if they all come out, they'll be all close together, because everyone lives close together in cities, obviously, because it's more densely populated than me in a town that's sparsely populated on the outskirts of a town here. Sparsely populated means there's people not living too close together. Urban areas are densely populated because the people are close together, living close together, like I was in Ilfracombe, in the Marlborough Hotel, like 20 rooms in the Marlborough Hotel, and every floor had about 6 rooms on it, or 3 or 4 rooms on it. Sorry, I'm pacing it up and down now because I need more methadone, but I can't get it. I've already taken my 80 milligrams today, 80 millilitres today. I think that equates to 80 milligrams. 1 mil per milligram, I think it is the ratio, conversion ratio of methadone. Anyway, back to this awful coronavirus. It's just killing more people every day. I think yesterday it killed 800 odd people. The day before that it killed 800 odd people. And today I wonder what it'll be at the end of today. Probably more than 800, or is it going to come down? I hope we do see a shift to a downward trend soon, and we've gone past the peak of the Covid-19 virus. I really hope we're getting towards the end of it now, because I'm getting sick to death of being stuck inside a house and you can't do anything really, other than watch daytime TV, make YouTube videos, and play Call of Duty on my mobile. If you have any other games you recommend, or I can play on my iPhone XS Max, then please let me know, but I'm up for playing games. I'll play multiplayer games if you want. I wonder if I can get Soldier of Fortune 2 on the iPhone. I used to be very good at that game. I used to be able to beat anyone in the world at it when I was on speed and cannabis. No one could compete with me back then because my reactions were so fast. It wouldn't be nowadays because I'm quite tired, but I reckon I could get second or third in most death matches now if there's any people still playing Soldier of Fortune 2. It came out in 2002, which is a long time ago now. So I doubt people are still playing it now. I bet there's no servers up or anything if I could get on that game again. Anyway, back to Covid-19. I really hope none of you catch it. Remember self-isolation. Remember to wear a face mask, a plastic face mask, not one of those other face masks made out of material. These are generally no use. They let particles out of your mouth and then they transmit them when you cough. It doesn't stay inside you, like the plastic masks are the best masks. The material ones aren't really worth their weight. They're not really worth a thought. I wouldn't wear a material face mask because it's not protective enough. I'd wear goggles or a full face protector like a visor off a motorbike helmet, something like that. That would do the job, wouldn't it? But if you haven't got access to these, just put a scarf around your face and cover your mouth up and your nostrils up so you can't breathe in anyone's particles that are breathing out into the air around you. And then this way you won't catch Covid-19 off anyone, you won't have the coronavirus, although you could still be a carrier of it without knowing. I just hope I'm not one of these invisible people who carry the coronavirus and give it to people without even knowing. My hands are shaking so much today. I only had 2 pints of cider last night. Maybe it's like alcohol withdrawal, or maybe I need a can, I don't know. I'm not having any cider tonight until 6 p.m, 7 p.m, because I've only got about a quarter of a bottle of cider left. Quarter of a bottle of 2 litres, which is nothing, is it? It's basically a pint of cider left. But I've only got little cups here to pour it into, so it won't be much at all. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed listening and watching this video. If you want, subscribe to me. If you want, you can give me a like. I love that if you give me a thumbs up like that. And please comment below if you have any questions about the coronavirus, or when the antidote is going to come out and you can get an antidote from a chemist or whatever. And please subscribe to me. I like new subscribers and I appreciate everyone who subscribes to me. I'm going to make more videos later on today, so keep tuned. Keep well, people. Bye for now.